Hi City Church, Pastor James here. Hope you are all well. Hope you enjoyed bonfire night last night. I certainly did. Kathy and the girls and myself had a great time in Newsham Park, and we had a fire and some sparklers and lots of sweet goodies. So I hope you had a great time. The reason I'm making this video is just to kind of give you a bit of an update on what we're going to be doing for church. Now, I alluded to this in our members meeting last Sunday, and this is just a little bit more on that. If you weren't at the members meeting, in effect, what I proposed and what was actually unanimously agreed, which was really encouraging by the church, is rather than going back to a series of weekly online services that I'd been putting together in our first lockdown, what we're going to do is do like a daily devotion. The reason we're doing this is it's good to have something fresh. I think to go back to do what we did in the first lockdown, there's going to be a sense of, we've done this, we've been here before. And so what we're going to do is, rather than a weekly input, we're going to do a daily input. And here's how it's going to work. Monday through Friday, we're going to have about a 5 to 7 minute devotion. And that's going to be led by Dave, myself, Sue and Kathy, but also some of our congregational members that we're asking to share words of what God has been speaking to them. That way you're getting 5 different people each week sharing what God is speaking to them about. Then on Saturday we will have a worship video where I'll locate some amazing live worship that we can watch and not just listen to, but actually sing to because you're in your homes. And then on the Sunday I'll be picking out a message, a sermon that you can link into. So Monday through Friday is City Church material, and Saturday and Sunday will be resources that are found elsewhere, because it's just too much to be able to do something each day for me to organise. So we believe this is going to be a real encouragement to you. So daily inputs. Now, if you're not already spending daily time with God, can I encourage you to do so? If I'm honest, I know when in lockdown, without regular routine, I struggle, because I normally have my set time with God and then I go and do the next thing and the next thing. And I've really got to pick myself up and get in focus this week to actually make sure I'm spending time with God. It might sound ridiculous for someone who's a pastor who works for the church that sometimes they can get distracted and not spend time with God. But regardless whether you're paid or not, full-time, part-time, we all get distracted. And if you're like me and you need routine, just have a check-up of your life to make sure that you're not allowing lockdown to distract you away from God. So that's encouragement. So what we'll do is we'll do this week, and we're going to start with the first video, which will be a worship video, which will be released tomorrow, which will be the 7th of November. And then we'll have the Sunday service, which is an amazing message from Nikki Gumbel about Jeremiah 29. Linking it into COVID, which he shared a couple of weeks ago. And then we'll have devotions starting on Monday, which Pastor Dave will be sharing, and then other people throughout the week. What we'll do is we will then assess it after a week and see where we go from there, whether it's the same format or whether we reinvent it and change it up. There will be plenty more coming in terms of Zoom socials and other ways we can interact, support each other, and also have a fun time. We'll particularly, when we meet as our leadership team on Tuesday, we'll be unpacking what we learned from the members meeting on Sunday about how we can engage the whole body to look after the church rather than just being the leaders and the pastoral care team. So that will follow in the near future. One practical step we talked about was Operation Christmas Child. Now, if you weren't at the members meeting, it's probably too late to get engaged in this in the format I'm going to speak about. What I did at the members meeting was I gave out these boxes and said, if anyone wants to do Operation Christmas Child, brilliant, take a box. About 30 boxes went. If you don't know and you've taken one of these boxes, all the instructions you need, they're actually, here we go. If you open up your box, they're on the end, and that gives you all the directions of what to do. So what you do is fill those boxes, and then if you drop them at my house. Now, because it's on YouTube, I'm not going to say my address, but I will send it in our email and text message. Come and drop it off. The dates you've got is a week today. It's the 13th of November. If you bring them to me, I'm going to take them to the drop-off office. As I know one of the, actually it's linked in with Billy Graham, and I kind of work for them as well a little bit, Samaritan's Purse. If it's after that date, I can't take them. You can actually drop them off at the Entertainer, children's toy shop in Liverpool 1. But you'll have to check on what they're doing with that. They are taking them, but it's only on a specific dates, which is not determined as yet. So that's pretty much everything. I'll be updating once or twice a week in terms of almost like a little church news like this. But can I encourage you to engage with what we're putting out? Like I said, it will be on YouTube, all the videos, and we will email, text that out. We'll put it on Facebook, and engage, enjoy, meeting with God, seeing your fellow family and congregation.